Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today's set is going to be a ombre set. Now, I initially did not plan on recording this set, but once me and my client got to talking and she was okay and open-minded to me doing multiple colors, that's when I decided to go ahead and pull the phone out and make a video. So as you can see, the set is already prepped, primed, and tips placed and shaped. What I'm doing right now is going in and applying my first layer of acrylic for the ombre. And then the second step is to place the base and do the fade of the ombre. So I'll let you guys watch and I'll be back. So I'd like to just take a moment and say thank you to everyone that has came and viewed my videos. I definitely appreciate it. I've had a lot of people ask me to do classes and things like that, and I just kind of feel like I'm not really qualified to try and teach a class. And when I say that, I don't really mean like certificates or licenses or anything like that, because I am a licensed nail tech. But I just feel like everybody's learning style is just different, and I'm more of a visual person. And I just know that when I'm doing something, I pretty much learn how to do it, and then I will completely switch up how I was taught to do it. You know what I'm saying? I do it to what works for me, and I create my own flow. So I just kind of find it hard sometimes to teach people how to do stuff. So I just decided to just do a YouTube channel. That way you can just watch me, and whatever you take from me, you take, and whatever you don't, you just dismiss, But I learned from YouTube for the most part, as far as, technique and design and things like that. That's stuff that you definitely learn with practice. So that's why I just kind of felt like I'm gonna pay my dues back and just, make a YouTube channel so people can just kind of watch me work and you can just kind of learn like that. Hopefully that is good enough for you guys. And in the future, I actually might take like an instructing class or something like that. And once I do that, then I will definitely consider giving classes, because I feel like at that point, I've learned different ways of teaching and different styles of teaching people. So I feel like it'll be more effective at that point, if any of that makes sense. But again, thank you guys for coming to my channel, and please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, period. So I don't know if you guys notice or not, but at this point I'm actually using a different size brush. The brush that I used when I was laying the color acrylic, I believe it's a size 12. This brush is a size 8. Depending on what I'm doing, I like to switch up brushes. With the length of these nails, I use my bigger brush, of course, to pick up more acrylic so that I don't have to keep going back and forth applying the acrylic color. Of course, when you got a bigger brush, you can pick up more at a time. So I feel like it's just more time efficient to just use a larger brush. But when I'm doing my cuticle area, I like to use a smaller brush so that I can kind of control the amount of acrylic that I'm picking up and applying to the cuticle area, if that makes sense. What I like to do with my ombres is I like to lay the base first, and then I'll go back and I'll do the cuticle area and do the fade. When I'm doing that, I like to pick up kind of a wetter bead and apply it to the very top of the color, and then I fade it down. When I apply the cuticle bead that's a little more closer to the cuticle area, I like to pick up a little more drier of a bead so that I can control where the acrylic is going to go, so that it doesn't really run all over into the skin. And for me, that's worked. And I like to do my beads in multiple beads, whether that's 2, 3, 4 beads. It just depends. I do whatever works. Some people do different ways. Everybody has different methods, but that's the way that I like to do it, and it kind of works for me. So what I'm doing now is going in with the clear acrylic and going to encapsulate the entire set. The purpose of doing this is so that when I start to drill and file and reshape the nail, that it doesn't disturb the color that's underneath. Some people, I've actually seen them do ombres or any color set and they don't cap their nails. It just really depends on preference and the type of acrylic that you're using on whether capping is necessary. For me personally, I prefer to cap my nails, and it's just also to add like strength. That's very important to me. So I cap my nails, some people don't, but again, it's preference. So once I get done capping this hand, I'm going to go in and do the exact same thing on the opposite hand. I didn't leave the entire process of the opposite hand being done because it's pretty much repetitive and I was trying to cut down some of the video as well. You guys let me know if you want to see the entire process on both hands or if you just want to see one hand and we can keep the opposite hand kind of short, you know. So just let me know and I'll start doing it from there. But moving forward, as of right now, we're going to finish this hand and then we're going to do the opposite hand the exact same way. So at this point, I was tapping the nails with my file just to make sure that they are completely dry before I start to refine the nails. What you'll notice me do is flip the hand like this. And sometimes, just depending on the shape that I'm doing, I prefer to do the filing from this angle because I feel like then I can really get a good view on how the shape is turning out. Also, it gives me the client's view of how it's going to look when they're looking at their hands as well. So just depending on what I'm doing, I will file the hand this way from client's view and from my view. To go underneath the nails and smooth and file it out as well. Sometimes when I'm watching other techs, I notice that that's not really something that a lot of us do, but it is something that I do. I don't know if it's an unnecessary step or not, but it is one that I do because sometimes I feel like, especially with me using my larger brush, that I tend to get acrylic underneath the nail and then it's like lumpy, and I absolutely positively hate that. So I go underneath the nail as well. Y'all forgive me that some of this is out of frame. I'm still learning to record and I have to keep reminding myself that I am recording. So some of this is out of frame. My bad, y'all. And with that being said, the entire drilling process was completely out of frame, so I just cut it out all the way. But here is the finished look, and I hope you guys like it. My client absolutely loved it. You guys, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and make sure you turn on your notification bell to be a part of gang.